Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Good? That's good. I know you're probably wondering why I am wearing this. Yeah, I don't know. No particular reason, really. I just think it's fashionable. You know? Don't you think I look good with this?
Yes.
Yeah? No, actually, there's a reason why I'm wearing this, and it's relevant to what I'll be talking about. Now, the reason why I'm wearing this is my friend actually made a sign for me that actually explains it. I'm allergic to pretty much everything except carrots and hugs. I know it sounds kind of cute, a little bit sad, but it's actually true. And the reason why I'm allergic to all this is because I have a rare form of stomach cancer. And I normally don't come to events like this because my energy is very unpredictable. I was actually upstairs, lying down. But I decided to come because I feel that for the past few years I've made a discovery that may help this. It's actually relevant to the reason why we're all gathered here today. So yeah, thanks for coming, and it's great to actually meet you and to connect with you. So anybody like carrots, by the way? Yeah? You like carrots? Well, there you go, man. This is my gift for you. You look better than I do, actually. That's perfect. So I wasn't always eating carrots. A few years I was eating sushi, and I got really sick. So I went to the emergency, and the doctor said I had a stomach bug. And sure enough, you know, they said there was a stomach bug going around, and 3 of my friends also had it. So they recovered, but I didn't. So 6 months later, I was in a wheelchair, bedridden, unable to function, basically. And I lost my work, I lost my friends, I lost my relationship, I lost my will to live. I hit rock bottom. But I kept asking questions. I asked my doctor, what causes cancer? And she said, we don't know. So I got a second opinion. And I asked another, and eventually what I found is that 95% of cancers are caused by environmental factors. You know this, like diet, stress, lifestyle, pollution, etc. And only 5% is genetics. So obviously when you hear this, you start eating healthy and you try to avoid stress, you avoid pollution, and good luck with that. But I wasn't satisfied, so I asked the next logical question. Why is there mercury in my fish? Why are we all stressed out? And why is our air polluted? And if you keep asking a few levels down why, it always implicates our economy. Don't you agree? Don't you think so? And so for me, I found this surprising because I never saw the connection between our economy and my cancer. Just didn't see it. So what I learned is that our economy affects our health in so many ways, kind of like an onion. There's so many layers to it. And I'll just share, there's 3 interesting layers that I found interesting with you. So one layer is, did you know that the world's healthiest and happiest places all have a high unemployment rate, sometimes up to 40%. Many of them are actually isolated islands like Okinawa, Japan, or Ikaria, Greece. I have found this very surprising because as an entrepreneur, this is the total opposite of what we're being taught, right? It's the total opposite, so I found this very surprising. So the economy is very important in my mind, and business is very important, but in those places, not really. So that was kind of the paradigm shift. The second layer that I find interesting is that, you know how we find that we always think that wealth inequality is really bad for the poor? It's actually just as equally, if not more bad for the wealthy as well. Now, not many people think of that, but if I would love you to Google tonight, UK government equality pledge. They actually found an interesting study that found a correlation and both and causation as well as of basically the more unequal the country is, the more health and social problems they have. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I'd love you to look at where Canada ranks in all those countries. It's interesting. And finally, the third layer is I found that I could find free carrots. And that was interesting because I love carrots, and It's called the gift economy, right? You like carrots too, my friend, right? Yeah. So we all love carrots and or vegetables, but it's called a gift economy basically. And a gift economy is something that you probably already are with your family and friends. So you don't buy, trade, sell anything. You just simply give and receive. And it happens also on a bigger scale too, like Wikipedia, or even in politics. The European president of the European Union president advocated for a gift economy. So I found this very interesting. I thought, well, that's great for them, but how is this going to help me and my cancer, right? So it wasn't until I learned about someone called Mark Boyle. He's a UK economist and who made an experiment to live without money for a few years, which I'm never going to do, but I found it very interesting. And he said that, ironically enough, since starting this experiment, I've never gotten sick. I feel fitter and healthier than I've ever been. I feel happy, and I have more friends than ever. But what I found more surprising is that I found my security is not in money, but in my relationships. And when he said that, something just resonated with me, you know? Like, I just felt like, wow, I really want to experience that. So how do I get started? I saw the studies, I was convinced, I saw the people's stories, it made sense to me, but what do I do? So what I did is I found a friend who shared similar interests in gift economy. And I asked him, hey, let's just start a group. Let's just start a group where we don't sell or buy anything. We just simply share and give and receive. And he said, sure. So he invited 200 friends. And, and within maybe a few days, all of a sudden we had a clinic that gave us space to have our first meeting. We had a total stranger gave me a car, which was mind-blowing. And what he said, Brice, I just read your story. And I was going to give you hospitality, but I just sold my home. I said, oh, well, that's really nice of him, you know, that's kind of nice. And I thought that was the end of the story, but he said, no, I actually have something else for you. I said, what? Are you ready for it? What is it? A car. I said, you're giving me a car? Yeah. You're trying to make me cry? Like, you don't understand what you just did. Like, you've done something dangerous here. You've given me hope. You've given me something that's more precious than the car. You've given me hope. And for somebody who's struggled for so many years with cancer, hope is the best gift you can give. And I was just so grateful for what he did. And the media loved this, so they made a story. And sure enough, one morning I woke up with 200 emails from Germany to Philippines, people starting their own gift economy groups. And I was just blown away. Now, and you don't even have to join a website or anything. You just start with your family and your neighbors. This is something decentralized, right? But you're still welcome to learn about us. It's called gifteconomy.ca. You're still welcome to join us. I'll give you a short example of what happened this week, actually. This week, my friend introduced me to two farmers who gave me 100 organic vegetables. And I was just blown away by this generosity. So what I did is when my friend came with her car in my neighborhood, all my neighbors came. I remember a neighbor walked by and said, how much are these? Like, how much are you selling this for? And my friend said, it's not for sale. It's a gift. Here, have some.
Carrots?
Yeah, carrots. Carrots. A lot of carrots. And potatoes and cucumbers and all kinds of produce. They're organic. And my friend said, wow, thank you. And there was something when I saw the look on her face, she was so grateful for this because it's almost like something that broke the paradigm. That she did not expect that. A gift can do something amazing to someone. So what happened is when she received this gift of produce, she went back to her neighbors and said, look, organic food. She was so excited, right? And all the neighbors came out. I've never seen so many neighbors in my life. Some people I've never met before. It was amazing. But when I thought about that, and I thought about how the gift was spread out even to families in need, and I see how it creates a butterfly effect, and I thought, wow, this is amazing. But as I was thinking about it, you know what's the worst thing you can do for the economy? Love. Loving and sharing. If you're giving, you're not selling anything. You're reducing economic growth. So in a way, that's really bad what we just did right here. So obviously, we need to ask some questions then. Does that mean our economy is not supportive of this kind of sharing and giving? Is it more supportive of artificial scarcity and unnecessary competition instead of collaboration? And I wonder about these things. So, I feel personally that I think it's time that we remove this illusion of separation that I feel is really at the root cause of many of our global ills today. I'm not sure if you agree or not, but that's how I feel. And on a final thought, I had a CT scan recently, and there's some good news. The stomach tumor stopped growing. I'm really happy about that. I don't know if love can cure cancer, but I know it definitely will remove the causes leading to cancer. That's how I feel. Thank you very much.
We'll give a second, just 15 the economy forward.